Welcome, you have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be Ragnarok Season 3 recap. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. So this video shouldn't be long. This is just a recap of all the other seasons. First season was very interesting, which brought it to a Season 2. So we all know Main was started off in Season 1, which is the main character, was supposed to be the descendant of Thor. Supposedly sister Fenzit. And so when the powers of the Thor start coming into him, he was no longer schizophrenic. He no longer needed glasses, and his inner Thor was coming out. Now this, at the end of Season 2, the Loki descendant, Lucas, or Lucidus, whatever his name is, he birthed a serpent worm, threw it in a lake. This season, he was trying to feed it to get it to grow. It wouldn't grow. Ford, which is one of the giants, started feeding the humans. Then it grew. The serpent really didn't have no significance. And what you find out at the end of the season is that Main, with his schizophrenic diagnosis, he was imagining all this. He eventually graduated from high school. He had a girlfriend. He lost her because the Thor character in him was power tripping with the hammer, and he lost the hammer at one point. They got it back. He was messing with Saxa at one point. They wasn't messing with her no more. Ford ended up giving company to Saxa. Ron still was like the school president. So it built up this whole thing, and eventually they picked the war. They didn't have the big war with the Giants versus them, because they put the weapons down and they made this truce. But then you got to see Main pull out these old Thor comics, and in the comics it spoke about the big war, and he was reliving it in his mind. But it makes you, how the ending of the season ends is if this whole Thor for the last 2 seasons, it was all made up in his head. But the reality is that he was still the same person with his diagnosis. So that's how it ended. That's how it ended, pretty much, with him. Everybody moving on with their lives, but he was better, because at the end, his mom, his brother, Lucidus, pretty much, she like bigged him up in her speech, telling him how he evolved and he's a changed person. And then she went to Maine, and pretty much she didn't speak from the Thor aspect. She spoke to her son, overcoming his diagnosis and getting friends, getting a new girlfriend and everything like that. So she spoke from that aspect. So that's what the reality of his life. The whole Thor stuff was made up in his mind. So just to recap, to package everything up and get rid of it. And they have probably had with the success of the first 2 seasons, they had a budget and said, let's just close it out. Nothing more to it than that. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Until next time.